But the third aspect, which I wanted to focus on, two teachings. Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid, to have the consciousness of the light of the Creator with us always, and bringing the light of the Creator, bechol derachecha da'eu, bringing and injecting the light of the Creator in everything that we do. Those two teachings have the power to truly transform tshuva. There's a teaching from Rabbi Yitzchak Avarka, and he says, the first verse of this week's parasha, shoftim beshotrim titen lecha bechol she'arecha, judges and policemen you should put in all of your gates, asher Hashem Elokecha noten lech, that the Creator gives to you. He says, shetasim el libcha, how do you do tshuva? What is the greatest way to do tshuva? Is if you are truly able to awaken the consciousness, shekol hakoach v'hachiyut asher becha, that all the life force and all the ability to do anything, to see, to hear, to speak, to eat, to move. What's the purpose of tshuva? The true purpose of tshuva, and what's the gift of this Shabbat? Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. To come to the true understanding. Understanding is the wrong word. True consciousness, true constant consciousness, that every life force that I have, every ability that I have, is only being given to me from the Creator. It is not mine. And we speak about this often, but I am sure that none of us truly live this. And in the month of Elul, it's very important that we take the time to truly awaken this thought every moment. How do I have the ability to see now? Not mine. It is from the Creator. Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. The Creator is giving me that ability. How do I hear now? Not mine. It is given to me by the light of the Creator. Right now in this moment. How do I have the ability to speak now? It is not mine. It is Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. It is given to me now by the light of the Creator. If you're able, and this is one of the gifts that we can come to if we truly push ourselves, and it's a work of consciousness throughout this month, but this is where you need to come to. Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. To know that every life force, every ability that we have right now is only because the Creator is giving it to me now. And think about this, and it's so crazy but true that most of us have been so blinded by our ego that even if we don't want it to be so, it is so. We believe that we have the ability to speak now and to talk now and to hear now and to move now, to walk, to move our hands because it's ours. And chas v'shalom, maybe if something negative happens, the individual will lose his ability, his or her ability to do that. But it's wrong. It's wrong. The true consciousness is Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. And every second, every moment, every ability that I have is not mine. It is a flow of the light of the Creator enabling me to do it right now. And Rabbi Yitzchak Avarka again teaches that is the secret of the first verse of this Shabbat. Shotrim beshotrim titen lecha bechol she'arecha. How will you have the strength to transform? How will you have the strength not to use your hands to do negative things? How will you have the strength not to use your eyes to do negative things? How will you have the strength not to have your mouth or your ears do negative things? Only if you transform your consciousness about these things. As long as you still believe, and we all do if we're honest with ourselves, that your hands are yours, the ability of motion, your ability of speech and vision and hearing is yours, you can't do tshuva. You can't have shotrim beshotrim bechol she'arecha. You will not have the ability to stop yourself from doing negative things. What's the secret to be able to truly transform? Only Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. If you come to the consciousness that this is not my vision, this is not my hearing, this is not my speech, this is not my movement, this is given to me right now by the Creator. Shetasim el libcha shekol hakoach v'hachiyut asher becha. If you truly come to this consciousness, and again, we can talk about this and all of us can hear this and we know this true to be true as a spiritual concept, but none of us live it. None of us live it. And you cannot come to tshuva until and to the degree that you completely transform your consciousness in this way. Which means, again, literally, you have to take 10, 20, 30 times a day and remind yourself, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to somebody, but why can I listen? It's not my ability to hear. I have no ability to hear. The Creator right now is giving me that ability. How can I move my hands now? It is not mine. It is Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. The Creator is giving me right now the ability to move it. As it says, And if we can remember this verse throughout Elul, now with this consciousness, Asher mimcha hakol umiyadcha natnu lach. Everything is the Creator's. Every ability that I have, every physical sense that I have is only of the Creator's. Asher ki mimcha hakol umiyadcha natnu lach. Everything is from the Creator, and only from the Creator's we give back to Him. Ubilti shif'at chiyuto ve'ashkachato avrega achat. And if not for the constant flow of the light of the Creator in every second, Yefshar litkayem. You cannot survive. You will not live. There is nothing that will sustain you. And yes, we know this in some spiritual concept type of way, but none of us truly live this consciousness. None of us truly live this consciousness. Because if yes, איך תשתמש בכוח של האיברים שהם נגד רצונו, לדברים שהם נגד רצונו. King David said, "V'hara be'einecha asiti." Literally, it's translated as, "I have done wrong in your eyes." What is wrong in your eyes, I have done. V'hara be'einecha asiti. What is wrong in your eyes, I have done. But now he's explaining the secret of that verse. Im ha'einayim shelcha שנתת לי לראות בהם דבר שבקדושה עשיתי עמם רע. He says, again, the verse now reads, I have done wrong with your eyes. King David did not come to do tshuva until he truly not came to the understanding, but came to the true consciousness. These are not my eyes with which I sinned. These are not my eyes with which I fell. Your eyes. The Creator's eyes. Because if I knew that they were your eyes, I wouldn't have fallen. I only fell because I thought they were my eyes. Hara beinecha asiti, when King David came to tshuva, it's when he came to the true consciousness of realization, these are the Creator's eyes. How could I have done with these eyes, with his eyes, this negative thing? That is the ultimate level of tshuva. It is the only level of tshuva that we need to come to. And this is when it says, we know that in the Shulchan Aruch, the first thing it says is, Shiviti Hashem negdi tamid. We have to have a consciousness of the light of the Creator in front of us always. What does it mean? Now we have a deeper understanding of it. Not said the Creator standing out there. No. That my ability to move my hand, that's the Creator's hand. My ability to see is the Creator's eye. My ability to hear is the Creator's ear. My ability to speak is the Creator's mouth. Imagine if you truly live this consciousness. Could you ever speak negatively? No. You speak negatively because you think it's your mouth. Could you ever do something negative with your hand? If it was the Creator's hand? No. But you think it's your hand, and you think it's your ears, and your mouth, and your eyes, and your body. That's why we fall. And tshuva only becomes complete when the individual comes to the level that King David said, Hara be'einecha asiti. I have done wrong with your eyes. I have done wrong with your hands. I have done wrong with your mouth. And this is the secret of Shiviti Hashem. And Rabbi Zusha teaches one of the 5 aspects of tshuva is Shiviti Hashem. It's not that the person has to have a conscience. I'm standing as often understood. The Creator is all around me. So how can I do negative things? No, the Creator isn't all around me. This is the Creator. His eyes, His hands, His mouth, His ears. And therefore I can't do something negative with them. שיזכור תמיד בכל רגע ורגע כי החיות והכוח והחמישה חושים שבאדם, for the individual to truly live in the consciousness that all of his life force and his 5 senses and his body is only of the Creator. But אם ישכח זאת יוכל לבוא לידי רע. Of course, the reason we fall all the time, the reason we can allow ourselves to fall is because we don't have that consciousness truly. Think about it. How many of us really, really believe that these are the Creator's eyes, that this is the Creator's ears, this is the Creator's mouth? There's no way we would do the things that we do. We would speak the way we do. We would act the way we do if we truly had a consciousness that this is the Creator's mouth and ears and eyes. And furthermore, further in the parasha, it says, "Ki tetzela milchama al oivecha." When you go and do battle with your enemy, "Vera'ita sus varechev am rav mimcha," and you see horses and soldiers. Literally, it means, translated, it says, many legions more than you. And Rashi says, literally the verse says, you go out to do battle and suddenly you see that the armies arrayed against you are much greater than you. Am rav mimcha. And Rashi says, Am rav be'inecha hu rav, aval be'inai eino rav. That the Creator is saying to us, you, in your eyes, you see so many enemies against you. But in my eyes, in the Creator's eyes, there aren't many there. That's a literal translation, as if it's sort of a concept of certainty. You think there's a lot against you, but there isn't. It's an important concept, but it's much deeper than that now. It's a beautiful, beautiful understanding. When it says going out to battle, of course, it's not talking about a physical battle, it's talking about the battle that each one of us has with the negative side. It says that you see, or at least you sense, all of this negativity against you. You should know that the only strength that they have is from you. That are created through the negative actions that the individual has done. And therefore it says, Am Rav Mimcha, a great multitude from you. Not that they are greater than you, but that they are actually created from you. But now we understand the secret. And Rashi said, Be'inecha hu Rav, meaning, התרבות הסטרא אחרא הוא מפאת שנדמה לו כי העיניים המה שלו שהוא כוחו וחיותו. It says, in your eyes, from your eyes, they've become great. Because you view your eyes and your body and your five senses as yours. That's what gives strength to the negative side. That consciousness with which we live and with which we fall every day and every moment. That's what gives strength to the negative side. אבל בעיניי, אם תזכור ותדע שאיבריך ועיניך הם עיניי. But if you are able to truly push yourself through this difficult work, to remind yourself constantly, not my eyes, not my ears, not my mouth, not my body, then עיני השם נותן לך כוח לראות ולדבר ולשמוע ולעשות. When you truly come and live this concept, not just know it as some spiritual teaching, then אינו רב, לא יהיה להם שום תקומה. Then they have no strength. You take away all the force that the negative side has. ובזה הכוח הוא מחריט ומבאר החיצונים מן העולם. And with this consciousness you burn away and you remove all negative forces from this world. שמפסיק להם כוחם וחיותם. Because you've cut off their life. And this is a deep concept. The individual has looked at something he shouldn't have looked at. He's said something he shouldn't have said. He's created negative energy. Energy of speech, energy of eyes, of seeing, energy of action. What sustains them? What sustains? The individual has now said something negative about another person. That's that form of energy. Amrav mimcha. You've created this force of negativity. What sustains that negativity? The fact that you still think that this is your mouth. So the energy the negative side keeps sucking from your energy to stay alive. If you transform yourself, truly come to this new consciousness, and truly come to understand this is not my mouth, this is the Creator's mouth, and the only way to do it is by 50, 100, 200 times a day, remind yourself again and again and again, then you cut off the sustenance of the negative side. You finish off all forces of negativity. That's why this is the secret of tshuva. Because what sustains all the negative forces that we've created through our mouth and through our eyes and through our hands and through our body only remains sustained as long as we see them as be'einecha, as our eyes, as our body, as our five senses. But be'einai einorav. The Creator says if you come to the consciousness that these are the Creator's eyes, this is the Creator's mouth, this is the Creator's body, it has no more strength anymore. You have taken away their source of light, their source of energy, and they die. And then, if you come to this consciousness, יכול לעמוד על משמרתו, you can become a guard. It says, shoftim beshotrim titen lecha bechol sharecha. How can you become a guard to stop any negativity from manifesting in your life? Through this consciousness. ושופט על עצמו ולשמור את השערים מכל רע. And you have the strength to protect all the gates from any negativity manifesting. ויזכה עוד להיות בחינת שבט ומושל. And therefore it says, and you can become, as it says, Lishvatecha, you can become a ruler. As it says, Mi Moshel Bi, who rules over the Creator Tzaddik. V'tigzor omer v'yakem lach. And you have the strength to say, and it will be so. So we have the ability, and again, and I hope I understand this well, this is a tremendous secret, but something that, the danger is that we all know this on some level. But be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. You know as a spiritual concept, this is not my mouth, this is not my ears, it's not my body. But if you allow yourself to speak negatively, to act negatively, it's only because you view them as yours. If you truly viewed this is the Creator's hand, what can I do with this hand except sharing, except revealing light in this world? This is a Creator's hand. The reason we allow ourselves to do negative things is because we see it as our hand. But if we understand that the only way we can come to tshuva, the only way we can truly protect ourselves, shoftim beshotrim titen lecha bechol sha'arecha, how do you create a protective shield around you and around your gates? And furthermore, become a ruler, become somebody who can transform light into darkness into light. Asher Hashem elokecha noten lach. Come truly transform into this consciousness in this month. See everything. And again, the only way, the only hope we have of truly coming to this consciousness is reminding ourselves hundreds of times a day. In this month of Elul, it may be distracting any other time of the year, but in the month of Elul we have to do it. In the month of Elul we have to do it. And this, by the way, is the secret, one of the secrets, the Ari, Rav Isaac Luria, in speaking about this month of Elul, he says one of the gifts, one of the ways to truly access the light of this month is when the individual is very careful in Birchot HaNehnin, saying the blessings before a person drinks or before a person eats. Of course, throughout the whole year, we know it's important to make those blessings, but the Ari makes it a point. And when I remember when I first read this years ago, it was strange to me. Out of all the things in the world, out of all the things that the Ari can speak about, anger, study, prayers, sharing, he specifically makes a point that in the month of Elul you have to be very, very careful in saying the blessings before you eat and drink. Why? Because the whole consciousness of tshuva, the whole transformation that has to occur is from a consciousness of mine to a consciousness that is of the Creator. And one of the purposes of the blessings that we make before we eat is to awaken this consciousness that this is not my food, this is not my apple, this is not my drink. And then we draw the light, the true light and sustenance from those things. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go into the details, but that's one of the secrets of why the Ari mentions that. But again, if we remember this, the work of this month is Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach. Transform yourself to whatever degree. Maybe we won't all come to this completely, but truly change in how you see your body, how you see your eyes, how you see your ears and your mouth and your hands and your feet. And the only way is remind yourself of this hundreds of times a day. This is the work of the month of Elul. And if you truly merit to do this work, shoftim beshotrim titen lecha bechol sha'arecha, you become a guard against any negativity coming. V'tigzar omer v'yakem lach, and you have the power to say, and it will be so, to remove any judgment, to transform any darkness into light, and to decree, and it shall be so. B'ezrat Hashem, may we all merit to truly taste and do the work of tshuva, the Shabbat, and in this month. Shabbat Shalom.